Hello friends, thanks for tuning in to another video. I'm Jason with Blue Gurus, and I've been doing videos pretty much every week for the past 3-4 years on YouTube, and I hope to bring you something that makes you think, makes you laugh, definitely not make you cry. So definitely make you more efficient in the things that you're trying to do. Recently, I was at an entrepreneurial group event where my good friend Rebecca Goebbels was talking about the power of mentorship. And one of the things that she said that was so powerful to me is our job as mentors is not to tell people what to do. And I wrote that down. I actually stopped the moment I heard that and I emailed myself as a future video idea. Because I think many of you watching this will find yourself or do find yourself in the position to become a mentor. And a lot of times it's unplanned, unscripted, where you're with a client, you're with a friend, a family member, whatever. And in the course of normal conversation, some real things start to happen. Real things come up like, oh, this is what I'm struggling with. And we all want to help. And I definitely struggle. I really want to help and try to solve problems. So one of the agreements I have with my wife, Trista, is if she wants me to just listen and not solve the problem, then she has to tell me that beforehand. She has to say, I just need you to listen to what I'm dealing with right now. Otherwise, I'm going to try to troubleshoot it and say, well, have you tried this? Have you tried that? Maybe you should do this. And that kind of lends back to the idea of not prescribing what people should do when they're facing challenges. So over the years, I've learned that's not effective, not as effective as a simple twist on what you could say. When you find yourself in a situation and you hear the problem somebody's struggling and you've dealt with that same problem yourself, maybe what you could do instead is say, hey, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I lead with that. That's a reminder for myself when I'm talking to people and they're dealing with a problem or a challenge. I say, I'm not for 1 second going to tell you what to do, but I've dealt with this in the past, and here's what I did in that situation, and here's how it worked out. It's important to go that far. Not just tell them what you did in the situation, but to also tell them what the result was. Because sometimes what you did may have worked for you, but might not be an ideal outcome for them. So it's hard when we find ourselves in those mentor situations to not just tell them, oh, fire that person or hire that person or, cut that family member off or whatever the thing is that's a problem. That you're dealing with, or that the person you're talking to is dealing with. And I found a fun quote that I wanted to put up. It said, it's from John C. Crosby, and the quote is, mentoring is a brain to pick, an ear to listen, and a push in the right direction. And I love that. So when you find yourself in that opportunity to speak into someone's life that's struggling with something, no matter what they are, if it's a business thing or a personal friendly thing, be that ear, make sure you're practicing good listening skills, maybe even active listen back to them and say, so here's what I think you say is the problem, so that you get it right before you start talking about what you think may be a solution. And then when you start talking about the solution, try maybe to be careful about saying, I think you should do this. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, hand over their shoulder. I think you need to do this. That might be helpful, especially if you're 20 or 30 years older than them. But more often than not, I think it's not going to be taken as well as if you treated that person as a peer and that they're capable of solving this problem for themselves. And all you're trying to do is help them see a potential path or multiple paths that they can then choose from. And on the other side of it, they will feel, hopefully, that you were a mentor and not somebody telling them what to do. I think that's important. So I hope you got value from this one. This is one of those ones that's been on my mind. It's been about a month since I did a video because I've had a lot of things out of town, and I gave myself permission to not do videos for a month is basically what happened. It was a busy season in my business. So I hope you found this one helpful. And if you have any ideas for future brain foods, tech tips, anything, marketing related tips, I'd love to cover something for you if you had a question. And I think the next one I'm going to do is a tech tip that's a keyboard shortcut that you're going to want to know about. So tune in next time. If you're not already subscribed and following my channel, I hope you will consider liking and subscribing on the channel. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.